watching Valley Sports, the home of the Brewers and Bucks.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook, a new era of sports betting. Game 2 tonight, the Pirates and the Brewers division rivals at American Family Field. Pitching matchup tonight, Martin Perez, a World Series champ from a year ago. 33-year-old left-hander gets the ball against one of the surprises this year on the mound, Tobias Myers. Made his big league debut against the Pirates. He gets him again here in Milwaukee. And with that, we welcome you. Great to have you with us, everybody. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Bill Schroeder. We'll hear from Sophia Minnaert in just a moment. Tough night for the Brewers last night. They took a loss against the Pirates, one of the more lopsided losses ever against Pittsburgh. But now they have a guy on the mound, Rock, that they had some success against back in May in Perez.
Man, Perez has been throwing the baseball pretty well, although the Pirates have lost 11 or 9 of his last 11 starts, but they haven't really been scoring a lot of runs. In that start, it was 5 innings, 11 hits, 9 runs he allowed. 5 of them were on home runs, and the big pitch for Perez, he really wasn't on that night. 3 home runs came on the changeup. And talking to Ozzie Timmons, that's a pitch the Brewers have to be aware of here tonight. He has to be on the edges. He's got a sinker, a cutter, and that changeup. The guy has been in the big leagues since 2012, but he has been pitching pretty well. Pretty good start his last time out.
Yeah, opposite ends of the spectrum, Sophia Minnaert, a guy who's been around a while, and Tobias Myers in his rookie year, and now he gets the Pirates for the second time.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun challenge for the rookie, and the confidence continues to build for Tobias Myers. His 14th game, his 13th start. He has been one of 3 Brewers pitchers to debut here this season as they continue to deal with a number of injuries, but he has absolutely taken advantage of the opportunity. The Brewers have gone 6-6 with him on the mound. He has given them 4 quality starts, including 8 scoreless at the beginning of June against the Detroit Tigers. And really, he's given them valuable innings as well. In 5 of his last 6 starts, he's gone 6 innings or more, including his last one at Coors Field against the Colorado Rockies. So here's what Tobias Myers had to say about how much confidence he's gaining every time he's on the mound.
I think what I thought was you had to be like unbelievably good, which everyone up here is extremely talented, but I think just more so like what you did good to get you here will continue to keep you here and keep you level-headed and doing well. But I think when I first got here, I put a little pressure on myself just to try to stay and try to do really perfect pretty much every time. And I think once you get out of that mindset and just try to throw a good game and just give your team a chance to win, I think that's what's been best.
Tobias Myers looks to put together another quality start against the Pittsburgh Pirates. William Contreras is behind the plate, now a 2-time All-Star. We'll take a look at his offense and how he's heating up heading into the All-Star game.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by your local Wisconsin Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Roof is open on a Wednesday night. American Family Field, home of the Brew Crew, and it's Brewers Pirates. And how about all-star starter William Contreras? He's in our stats with Lowe's. His last 9 games, hitting at a .361 clip, has a homer, 3 runs batted in. And Contreras, who went through a little mini slump, he's starting to get it going once again. The Brewers need him. 5 games remain before the All-Star break. He'll be the starter in Arlington next Tuesday. We're ready for first pitch. Tobias Myers matches up against Martin Perez. It's the Brew Crew and the Buccos. It's game 2, and it's coming up next on Valley Sports Wisconsin. Beautiful night for a ball game in Milwaukee. Brian Anderson, Bill Schroeder, our Emmy award-winning reporter, Sophia Minnaert. Great to have you with us. Tonight's game produced by Dan Keener, directed by John Walsh. And let's check that batting order turned in by Derek Shelton. It is brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Pittsburgh Pirates evening up the season series last night. Did it without Andrew McCutchen. He's back in there tonight. McCutchen, the DH, Brian Reynolds, the All-Star, Rowdy Tellez, the former Brewer. Then it's Gonzalez, Palacios, and Ke'Bryan Hayes. Sawinski, Joey Bard, who had a grand slam last night, and Jared Triolo. And Rock, how about our Spectrum stats for the starting pitcher tonight, Tobias Myers?
He won 5 in a row before losing his last start. That was at Colorado. 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs in a 4-3 loss. Actually made his major league debut in Pittsburgh against these Pirates. 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run for him. The Brewers not able to score many runs. It was a 2-1 loss.
In that debut, Andrew McCutchen took him deep on his very first pitch in the major leagues. And he has missed with a couple here against McCutchen. McCutchen had the day off yesterday. O'Neal Cruz is still out. He's active, but he's not in the lineup. Battling a little hamstring injury. Andrew McCutchen does return. Makes his home in Pittsburgh year-round. It's been a good marriage to reunite with the Pirates. That's how the day starts for Tobias Myers. A 4-3 ground out, and McCutchen is retired.
And check out the Hyundai defense. Churio, Perkins, and Frelick in the outfield. Monasterio back at third base. He did not play in yesterday's game. At least he didn't start. Hoskins at first. Adames Terang up the middle, and William Contreras back behind home plate.
Our thanks to Bryce Terang. That was a very entertaining piece he did in Brewers Live pregame. Had him mic'd up, taking Stephen Watson and Tim Dillard through his pregame warm-ups and how he prepares for a game. Always enjoy those insights. Thanks to Bryce for doing that. Brian Reynolds skies one to left field. That's going to hang up there for Churio. And he's got it for out number 2 and a big bat to retire. Set that 4-man umpiring crew with Clint Vondrak calling the balls and strikes. The 6-foot 8-inch Jordan Baker at first base. He's the crew chief. Jeremy Rehak is at second base, and Tom Hanahan is the third base umpire. And with 2 outs, here comes Rowdy Tellez. The lovable former Brewer, signed as a free agent this offseason, and after a very slow start, had Pirates fans grumbling and trying to remove him off the roster in April and May. He has caught fire since June 1st.
And hit a home run last night.
And Tellez off the end of the bat, fly ball to center field. Nice quick inning here for Tobias Myers. 8-pitch start for Myers. We're off and running. Now the Brewers coming to bat against left-hander Martin Perez. Off and running here at American Family Field. Happy birthday, young lady. Assuming it's her birthday. She's got the sign. Welcome to the ballpark. Potawatomi Sportsbook batting order for the Brew crew. Jackson Churio back in that leadoff spot. Contreras, then Yelich will be the first 3 to face Martin Perez. Yelich and Contreras, all-star starters next Tuesday. Perez was an all-star just 2 years ago and a World Series champion last year as a Ranger Rock.
He's really had 2 only blow-up starts, and one of them came right here against the Brewers. We talked about it when we came on the air. Last time out, though, on July 4th, he was really good. A no decision against the Cardinals pitch into the 8th inning. 7 hits, but only 1 run. This is start number 4 career for Perez against Milwaukee.
Churio breaks his bat. Tellez over, and a race to the bag, and Churio is out. Close call. Brewers will certainly want to have a look at this. And Pat Murphy says no challenge.
Yeah, good feed from Tellez, who didn't waste any time getting that baseball over to Perez, who jumped off that mound quickly. And for sure he did beat Churio to the bag.
Rowdy Tellez always been so good at first base, especially on those plays. He may be the best going on the 3-1 putout. Throws are always crisp. Pitchers love that about Tellez.
Sometimes that can be difficult for a left-handed throwing first baseman. You got to pivot around and make a good throw. So the pitcher streaking to the base. Much easier play for a right-handed throwing first baseman.
William Contreras with 1 away. Taking a couple of pitches here to start his AB. hitting at .296 coming into play tonight. Got his bat turned around as we showed you before we started the ball game tonight, and can be streaky, but he's also a good hitter. One of the great hitting catchers in the game. He and Will Smith will be the National League All-Star catchers. Will Smith of the Dodgers, another very good hitting catcher.
Man, Williams starting to snap out of it. There was a stretch where he was not getting his hits. His at-bats were not as good as they were early in the year, but he's starting to swing the bat again. Hit a bullet into the gap in right center last night.
Contreras 7th in the league in hitting. Deep in the hole is Triolo, and a good throw to get Contreras. That was a nice play by the Pittsburgh shortstop, Jared Triolo.
Now let's check out the landmark credit union defense for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Around middle of the pack in the National League. Reynolds, Sawinski, and Palacios in the outfield. Keep Brian Hayes really good over at third base. Triolo, Gonzalez up the middle. Rowdy Tellez at first, and Joey Bart hit a grand slam last night behind home plate.
Here's Christian Yelich now at 2 away. And Yelich finally got the plate appearances he needed. Jumps to top of the batting average list, .331. 11 home runs, 41 driven in. Yelich OPS right now at .944 for the year. He's having a great season. He's putting together big numbers, and that's after missing 3 weeks with a back injury early in the season.
Had a really good road trip and continues to swing the bat. Had a changeup so far for Perez. He's going back-to-back changeups to Christian.
This will be a good matchup tonight. Yelich always has success against lefties. Beats out into the ground. Another race to the bag, and Yelich beats him this time. So the Brewers showing off their speed early. Perez with a couple of dashes to first base. This time it's an infield hit for Christian Yelich.
And pretty good play by Rowdy. Backhand flip led Perez perfectly, but Christian Yelich too fast. He beats it at first base. Perez taking a few stutter steps to make sure he's able to get the bag. Clearly beats it.
Bang bang play, no challenge from Derek Shelton. So Yelich a base stealer at first with Willie Adames coming up. Brewers would love to strike early. They had great success against Martin Perez back in May. Tagged him for 9 earned runs in 5 innings and hit 5 home runs in that game. In Perez's defense, he was battling a leg injury, ended up going on the injured list just a week and a half later with a groin injury.
Yeah, this is his 3rd start since returning from the IL.
Brewers roughed him up back in mid-May. Adames down 0-2. Willie has cooled a bit since a fast start to the season. Checks in hitting .235. He does have 13 homers.
Just about every one of those home runs were big home runs late in games, giving the Brewers a lead or extending a lead.
Adames had a nice little road trip. Had 8 hits on the road trip through Colorado and Los Angeles. Brewers were 3-4 on that trip. And they've come here, lost the first game last night, so they've actually dropped 3 of their last 4. Brewers trying to get back to the win column. They've been very good on the home schedule this year. One of the best winning percentages at home in the majors. Adames hanging tough.
I'll tell you, 3-4 going to Colorado and Dodger Stadium, not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, both of those places very difficult for the Brewers to win games. I'll take 3-4 going to those 2 cities.
Yeah, that could be a nightmare trip. Brewers are going to make another West Coast trip. They have 1 more left. They've already made 2 out west. That ball's hit hard into right center field, And this one is going to bounce off the wall. Yelich flying around the bases. He will score. And Willie Adames with an RBI double. It comes with 2 outs, and the Brewers strike first here tonight.
What an at-bat for Willie Adames. That was a changeup. On the outside corner at the knees, he just shortened up and just poked it out there into the gap. I was afraid that ball was going to hop over the fence. It stays in the ballpark, allowing Yelich to score. Boy, great at bat for Willie Adames. Well done with 2 strikes. That was on a 0-2 pitch.
First changeup from Perez to Adames, and he did not miss it. He's at second now for Sal Frelick. Pat Murphy never afraid to put left-handed hitters in against left-handed pitchers. How about the 2-out runs? That story's been a big story all year. Only the Guardians, who lead the American League Central, have more runs with 2 outs this season. Those are crushers for the opposing pitcher.
And 2 outs, 2 strikes.
One ball, 1 strike on Sal Frelick. In the lineup today, Murphy has 3 lefties to face Perez. Blake Perkins is a switch hitter, but 3 of the 9 on the same side as Perez. Pat Murphy's been pretty aggressive with that, and Frelick rewards him. Adames around third. He's going to try to score. The throw is cut off. Another 2-out run for the Brew Crew. Sal Frelick makes it 2-0.
Well, I'd love to see that. Lefty versus lefty. You got a sinker as a fastball. Just pounds it into left field. Willie Adames running on contact, able to score easily. Oh, what a nice swing. Nobody over there. Triolo was shaded up the middle. And the Brewers with a couple of 2-out runs here in the first.
3 straight hits after there were 2 out. Starting with Yelich's infield single, and now it's Rhys Hoskins, who's looking for his first hit of his career against Martin Perez. He does have 9 walks against him, but he's 0 for 7 lifetime. Hoskins with a hit yesterday, sitting on 13 home runs as well, tied with Adames. Hoskins had a couple of clicks at Dodger Stadium. Powerball home run number 13. Had homers on Friday and Saturday to get to 13. He has been a streaky hitter throughout his career, and the Brewers are hoping he gets on a heater right now.
Yeah, 13 homers, 43 RBIs. And you're right, he has been streaky so far this year.
Still coming back from that ACL injury, missed all of last year. Always feel like you're playing catch up when you miss a full season. Been a nice sign, though. He's a great leader. And Hoskins has given this club what they've asked out of him. He'd like a little more production offensively, but he's a big game hitter.
It's coming.
Always has been. He had some big moments in the World Series a couple of years ago against the Astros. Popped him up. Lazy little fly ball out in the grass is Gonzalez, and he's got it to end the inning. 3 straight hits with 2 outs. Adames with a double in the gap. Then Sal Frelick delivers one as well. Tobias Myers back to the mound with a 2-0 lead.
Tobias Myers back on the mound working with the lead. Needed just 8 pitches to get through that first inning, and Tobias Myers has been such a bright spot for the Brewers in the starting rotation. This is his 13th start of the season, and he's been great with a .352 earned run average. His last start against the Colorado Rockies got through 6 innings on 101 pitches, 4 earned runs for him. But he said he learned something about his slider, and he said he wishes he had that type of pitch with him every start, guys, as he gets the fly ball to right field there. But he said the slider it was really the at-bat in the second inning against Charlie Blackmon. He said it was a double down the line. It gave the Rockies a 3-0 lead. And he said it pissed me off a little bit. So he figured out with his slider, he said, I'm going to throw an angry slider. And he just decided I'm going to grip it and rip it, committed to the slider and how the fastball was working that day. Ended up throwing 39 sliders in the outing, 25 swings, got 11 misses, and 4 strikeouts on the pitch. So he said, maybe I need to owe something to Charlie Blackmon for that. But overall, guys, he says he just learns something new every time he takes the mound. The confidence has continued to build for him, and he's provided great length for the Brewers here recently.
Yeah, good stuff, Sophia. Thank you. And he's got 2 quick outs here in the second inning, 5 in a row for Tobias Myers, and that's what the learning curve can be for young pitchers. And he went through his lumps, and he told Sophia, you know, he was just thought he needed to be too perfect, too fine. Now he's trusting his stuff, and it's been incredible to watch.
Tim Diller was talking about that on the pregame show. You get to the big leagues, you feel like you need to throw harder, you need to have a better breaking ball. Just do what you do well. Do what you did to get to the big leagues, and that's what Tobias Myers has been able to do. And he's been able to eat up innings. He's thrown at least 6 innings, 5 of his last 6 starts. And he's 4-1 with a 217 in that stretch.
Key Brian Hayes fouls it away.
Yeah.
Count is 0-2. Went 6 innings, and the 4 earned runs against the Rockies his last time out. Did take the loss in that game, but got to 101 pitches. That's the most he had thrown in a game in the big leagues. His first ever start in the majors against the Pirates on April 23rd. He's just 25, but it has been a long and winding road, even for a 25-year-old, for Tobias Myers to get to the big leagues. As he rings the bell, he gets a friendly call back there, and 6 in a row retired. Myers picks up his first strikeout. He's got 2 scoreless.
This weekend, right, with 50% off tickets for Wisconsin residents at Friday's game against the Nationals. Take advantage of this special ticket offer at Brewers.com/Wisconsin Fridays.
Got to make your plans to be at the ballpark. Got the Washington Nationals coming in this weekend to be the final 3 games before the All-Star break. Brewers will start the second half post All-Star break in Minneapolis against the Twins. Blake Perkins, the switch hitter, leads off. Brewers lead 2-0 on a pair of 2-out RBI hits. Willie Adames and Sal Frelick. Tobias Myers has retired his first 6. He's got 2 scoreless innings. He has only thrown 8 pitches in each of the first 2 innings. So he's off to a good start. Brewers trying to get back to the win column after losing last night. As Perkins draws the walk. So patient Perkins, a base stealer, is aboard to start this second inning. That'll give us a chance to hear a quick word from Wisconsin Dells.
There's lots of grown-up fun in the water park capital of the world, but where? Here, there, and everywhere. Where all the action is. Wisconsin Dells, where it's at.
A man on for Andrew Monasterio. Continuing at third base in the absence of Joey Ortiz, as Perez hits with a strike.
It's interesting. Perez in the first inning had Yelich and Willie Adames 0-2. Both of them with base hits. 25 pitches in the first inning.
He was looking at a single-digit pitch inning, perhaps, up against Yelich, but then Yelich legged out that infield hit, and all of a sudden Martin Perez has a taxing first inning. The speed of this Brewers team shows up every day. Speed never takes a day off, and it's been a fun team to watch.
You got to figure even a veteran like Perez has some bad feelings in this ballpark. He knows, he remembers what happened here last time he pitched.
Brewers swept the Pirates here at American Family Field. They split a series in Pittsburgh earlier this year. As Monasterio, a swing and a miss, and down he goes. Strikeout for Perez. That's his first K. Out number 1 of the second inning.
Perez not overpowering, right? I mean, 90-92 with that 2-seamer. That went up and in. Yeah, it gets by Monasterio. Relies on that cutter, the changeup. Every now and again, a curveball.
Any pitch at any count is how Perez survives in the majors. facing Bryce Turang. Turang typically hits ninth against left-handed starters. And lately it's been Jackson Churio leading off with Joey Ortiz on the injured list. That would normally be Ortiz in the leadoff spot. Any questions about Bryce Turang and his ability to hit left-handed pitching? They have been answered. Against lefties, 267. 288 against right-handers.
Yeah, what a difference a year makes.
Kind of developing into a platoon player.
Got a good eye at the plate. Good two-strike hitter these days.
I love what Pat Murphy told him. He says, I'm going to give you a chance to change the narrative about your ability to hit lefties. Most young players come to the big leagues and are in somewhat of a platoon. Kind of got to earn your way, more so for left-handed batters against left-handed pitchers than the right-handers. Pat Murphy and Ricky Weeks. It's Gary Sanchez.
He's coming along nicely.
Making his way back on the active roster, just arriving. It's a little flare foul by Turang.
Pat Murphy saying today before the game it went from a 12-week IL to maybe half of that.
Yeah, that's good.
Might see Gary Sanchez back on the active roster sooner than you think. They need him against lefties.
The IL looks like a receipt at the drugstore right now. It is long. Turang pulls one. I think he broke his bat. Got out ahead of a changeup.
That's the thing about Perez. He's not afraid to throw changeups to lefties. You don't see a lot of left-handers do that. Left-handed pitchers feel as though you're doing left-handed hitters a favor by throwing something off speed, but not this guy. He'll use it. That's his best pitch, one of his best pitches. So why not use it against lefties?
Turang putting up a good fight here. This will be pitch number 7. High pitch count already. Pitch number 40 for Perez. And we're only in the second inning with 1 out. And that one is lined out to Triolo. Makes a catch. Every manager asks his 9-hole hitter to give a good long at bat, put up a fight, get deep in a count. May not always result in a hit, but these are taxing at bats, and then you turn the lineup over, and in this case the second time through. Sometimes the victories aren't always in the base hits. See if Jackson Churio can square one up here. He swung at the first pitch last time, which led off the game for the Brewers offensively. Grounded out. 20-year-old Churio, youngest player in the big leagues. Another tapper to Rowdy Tellez, and he'll take it to the bag, and that will end the inning. Leadoff walk. Perez leaves him stranded. 2-0 Brewers. Tobias Myers back on the mound for the third. Jack Sawinski ready to lead off for the Buccos as we go to the third inning. 2-0 Brew. Last night the Pirates continued their home run hitting ways. Sawinski was part of that home run group. They hit 5 last night. StatCast powered by Google Cloud shows you where they ended up. Joey Bart was the killer punch, the grand slam. Pirates have hit 21 homers in the last 9 games. Jack Sawinski comes in with 9 home runs. He's still hitting under 200. Down at the bottom of that order, and he pulls one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And the Pirates have hit a home run in the last 12 games against the Brewers, dating back to last year. This guy's part of that.
Joey Bart due next. A wave and a miss. Myers with a changeup against the left-handed hitter. Myers in his rookie year, but he pitches like a veteran. He's got a big arsenal of pitches, and he too will throw any pitch in any count. Confident with his repertoire. Not a guy that overpowers you, Rock, but he does have a good firm unusual fastball that rides.
It seems as though he hides the baseball pretty well. Hitters have a tough time picking it up. As long as he's able to get his off-speed stuff over, that high fastball plays pretty well.
Just missed with a slider against Sawinski. That was the pitch that was so good for him against the Rockies his last time out. 3-2 the count. And Sawinski fouls it away. Another changeup.
A lot of confidence in that pitch when you throw it 3-2.
He's trying to disrupt that batter's timing. That's what pitching is all about. And Myers has done that very well. Misses with a fastball, and that's the first blemish tonight for Tobias. Sawinski draws a leadoff walk. That'll bring up Joey Bart. Bart with the grand slam last night, his 5th homer. Pirates have 7 grand slams this year. These are 2 prolific grand slam hitting teams, Pirates and the Brewers. It means they get a lot of men on base.
Yeah,
a lot of opportunities.
Both teams with 7.
Snap throw to first. Back is Sawinski.
2 teams in the big leagues without a grand slam. Houston's one of them.
Brewers hit 5 in an 8-day span. Got a couple at 3 on that last homestand. Second throw over for Tobias Myers. See if Sawinski wants to try to steal a base. Bart is a ground ball double play candidate if there ever was one. He's got some pop too. Sends that one in the air to right. Coming in Frelick. And there is the first out of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, Pirates are a team that runs a whole lot. They've got 49 stolen bases. They've been caught 9 times. Brian Hayes leads the team with 8. Sawinski's got 6.
How would you define the Pirates? They've got a very good starting rotation, but they do have a couple of key members of their rotation on the injured list. Their closer is on the injured list, David Bednar. He's missing his 16th game tonight. That's been a big loss for them. They're kind of hanging in there, though.
Yeah.
They're playing well, and they're certainly in the wild card picture with a lot of baseball left. They feel like they could cut into that deficit for the division as well.
Everybody in the division is still in it. Nobody really out of it. They can hit homers. There's no doubt about that. I mean, low batting average, but they can hit the ball out of the ballpark.
And that's saying something in their ballpark. The PNC Park is very much a pitcher-friendly park. Pirates are 8.5 back of the Brewers right now. 8 in the loss column. Cardinals are creeping up on Milwaukee. Cardinals were postponed last night. So the Brewer lead opening up play today is 4. 3 in the loss column over St. Louis. Cardinals have some games to make up, though.
And St. Louis lost the first game of a doubleheader today and trailed 3-1 to Kansas City in game 2.
The battle of Missouri, the I-70 series. Got a lot of baseball to be played, but one of the big markers of the year is the All-Star break. And the Brewers hoping to get to that All-Star break starting on Monday with a good lead in this division. That's a called strike 3. Got another one out there. That fastball looked like Triello thought it was going to be down, but it rode through and true, and it's a strikeout for Myers.
Just catches the edge, and Contreras, as usual, makes it look good. Borderline, but he got the call.
Both of his strikeouts have been on the fastball, and they've both been looking. So now 2 outs with a runner at first. Check on Sawinski again. Andrew McCutchen now.
Sawinski didn't even leave the bag yet.
So he throws over maybe just to reset himself?
No.
It's always interesting, by the way, how Rhys Hoskins takes those throws at first base. He's up a few steps off the bag. He kind of presents the illusion to the base runner that they're closer to the base than they think because they're closer to Hoskins.
Yeah. So maybe urging them to get a little bit more, a little off the bag.
So, well, if I'm this close to the first baseman, now they're certainly aware that he's doing that, but just the perception of it, you're trying to catch a base runner a little bit off. Quickly 0-2 on Andrew McCutchen. A pitcher who uses his fastball a lot and a fastball hitter. He always has been, McCutchen. 0-2. He was late on that one. Active ranks. Andrew McCutchen leads in games. He's second in runs. Fourth in hits among active players. RBIs, he's top 10. WAR. Got a Gold Glover, an MVP for the Pirates. Got a window with the Brewers. That one's in there. Another called strike 3. McCutchen's upset. That door's been open, and Myers exploiting it. His third K, and he strands a runner at first. Still 2-0 Crew.
MLB takes over Texas with the game's biggest event. The T-Mobile Home Run Derby Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. And the 94th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox.
Can't wait to watch William Contreras and Christian Yelich, the two starters in the National League lineup. Yelich could get there as the National League's leading hitter. Contreras turns on that one, pulls it foul.
The Brewers have played so hard for so long here in the first half. And they can see light at the end of the tunnel. They have 5 days off for the All-Star break.
That's right. No game Friday. Most of the league is coming back Friday. Brewers will not. They return Saturday in Minnesota.
Tendency is when you've been playing this hard for so long, you kind of look at that All-Star break and you forget about the games right before it. So you hope that's not the case.
That's a called strike 3. That same spot. Perez decides he's going to go out there now, and he gets the call, and down goes Contreras. This has been an open door for home plate umpire Clint Vondrak.
They're not far off the edge, though. I mean, they're pretty close with 2 strikes.
One away. Second strikeout for Martin Perez. Yelich shows bunt and able to check it. Pulled the bat back in time. Ball 1. You gonna watch the All-Star game, Rock?
I am.
We should get together.
Where are you going to be?
Up there in the lake house. You got any fish in that lake, or you catch them all already?
Lake Michigan, you mean? There's plenty of them. Yep. I'm trying to catch them all.
Yelich on the ground, and it eats up Gonzalez into right field. Yelich, big turn around first. He made Palacios think about it.
And he bobbled. He would have taken off.
That should go as a single for Yelich. It will. He's 2 for 2 tonight.
That breaking ball, and Yelich able to get it right off the end of the bat. A sinking liner out there. That tough play over at second base from Gonzalez, not able to handle it.
And so a base runner with 1 out for Willy Adames. For every Brewers RBI this season, Northwestern Mutual is funding 5 hours of childhood cancer research. Adames making his contribution. 2 strike, 2 out double into right center in the first inning. He got a Martin Perez changeup and smacked it into the gap. Yelich came all the way around to score, and then Adames scored on a Frelick RBI single. Very next batter. Adames had a mighty lash at that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit up and in. Only 89 miles an hour with the cutter. And basically sinker changeup so far for Perez so far tonight.
That's the breakdown today. Hasn't thrown many curveballs. The one he just threw to Yelich. Yelich put good wood on it. Another big swing by Adames. Perez trying to stay up in the zone against Adames.
Both of these guys tonight, Myers and Perez, can use 91 to 93 to their advantage because of their off-speed stuff. Able to throw the off-speed for strikes.
1-2 the count. Down low for a ball. Perez really resurrected his career in Boston, and then he'd come up with the Rangers. He was only 21 when he made his big league debut. Had some good years there. Was a pretty durable starter for a window. Made over 30 starts a year a few times. Matter of fact, he had back-to-back years where he made 33 and 32 starts back in 16 and 17. He just missed the Rangers' first run in the World Series, the back-to-back years. They went to Minnesota, then Boston, and then back to Texas, where he became an all-star in 2022. And that's really when, at age 31, things kind of turned around for him again. He found some things working through the minor leagues, working through his repertoire. He didn't want his career to end, and so he adjusted, and here he is at 33, still in a rotation in the big leagues. 13 years in the majors. Adames gets jammed, a little flare. Tellez can't make the play. Just out of his reach. Would have been a tough play for Rowdy.
Yeah, went a long way for that one, holding Yelich on at first base. Yeah, that ball bouncing around as he's got his back to the field and just not able to make the play.
Yelich and Rowdy having a laugh. So this will be pitch number 9 here to Adames. He's giving him all he's got. 3-2 the count. Yelich takes off. Pitch is called a strike. And Yelich is in with a stolen base. So Adames strikes out. Now both pitchers starting to hit that outside corner.
That looked like a pretty good pitch. Right on the edge at the knees. Bart holds it there and he gets a call. Yelich just outran that throw to second base.
21 steals for Yelich now. He's in scoring position. Sal Frelick takes a ball. It's great to see Yelich running like he is this year. That tells you he's healthy.
Stole that one. Didn't even have a good lead or a big jump.
Frelick crowded by a fastball. He is logging a lot of pitches early in this game. We play in the third. And Frelick takes a strike. Pitch number 61. As a team this year, the Brewers are 4th in the National League, in the major leagues actually, with 2 out runners in scoring position batting average. They're hitting .256. Little half swing foul by Frelick.
Yeah, they have really done a good job with 2 strikes and 2 outs, putting the ball in play. They're still going to strike out their share like every other team, but there's men on base, men in scoring position. They seem to buckle down and just try and put it in play.
They lead the majors in RBIs with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Had one tonight, 144. Frelick delivered that one. 2-2 the count. Frelick takes a ball. And now it's 3-2 and another long inning here for Martin Perez. It's going to be a short start for him. He's already at 63 pitches. We're in the 3rd inning. Derek Shelton has retreated to the shadows of the dugout. He does have starting pitcher problems with 2 on the injured list. 2 good ones. 3-2. Frelick takes a ball, and Frelick draws a walk. Wow, that was close.
Yeah,
that could have gone either way.
Yeah, that was right in the slot right there. I mean, Clint Vondrak, you can see where he's set up. He sees that pitch pretty well. Just misses the outside corner, or did it? Yikes.
So the other corner is open, but what we would call the glove side for the left-handed pitcher is not. And that is going to mean extra pitches here for Perez. And Rhys Hoskins a chance to do some damage right now. 2 on, 2 out. Hoskins pop-up to end the inning in the first. And he gets a call that time. Same pitch.
Yeah, that side of the plate seems to be open.
Great speed on the bags. Yelich and Frelick. Pirates outfield is very deep. That one's in there. 0-2 the count. Martin Perez in a grind right now. Brewers do this to starters. Long at bats, pitches per plate appearance. They rack them up. Another one. Perez walking off the mound.
Yeah, that was a strike first pitch.
Martin Perez is upset.
What do I got to do? I just threw it again, and you call it the first time.
That was the pitch that was not called against Frelick. See what he does here. 1-2 on Hoskins. And that one is in there, a called strike 3. Perez just working the edges. He is really mad right now. He is barking at Clint Vondrak. Brewers cannot score. All right, Rock, how about we check out tonight's Indeed player resume? One of the great hitters in the game, Brian Reynolds.
Yeah, this guy is a Brewer killer, no doubt about that. Last 9 games right here at American Family Field. A .400 batting average of 5 home runs, 10 runs batted in. A one-man wrecking crew is Brian Reynolds against the Brewers.
Reynolds and Paul Skeens are the 2 All-Stars from the Pirates. Skeens is going to get the ball tomorrow for Pittsburgh. He's got a chance to be the All-Star starter on the mound. Just drafted last year. A foundation with which to build, and Reynolds slaps one into left field. Some kind of hitter. Reynolds singles to start the 4th inning.
Anxious to see Paul Skeens. Been hear a lot about him.
Yep. Those are the All-Stars. Skeens at 5-0. 2.12 ERA. Big strikeout numbers. Nearly 12 Ks per 9 innings. And he's going to get the ball tomorrow afternoon.
That's why you figure this is a pretty big game to win tonight.
There's Rowdy Tellez. Fouls it back. Pirates are building something. You can see it. They've had a lot of years at the bottom of the division. Derek Shelton is a good manager, good baseball man. And they've given him a lot of leash and personnel. But you feel like they're close. There are a couple of maybe trade deadline deals. If they feel like they're in it, they almost have to go.
Yeah.
To go make a move or two. They're in search of a power left-handed outfield bat, is the rumor.
You kind of feel like no team in the National League Central is going to be sellers.
Myers deals to Tellez. He leans out on one, was fooled on that pitch, and a pop-up to Contreras. Didn't even bother dropping his mask. Bill Schroeder would advise against that. But he did make the catch.
Yeah.
So what happens if the ball pops out of his glove and he's got the mask in his hand, Ron?
Well, you got to catch it with the glove. You catch it with the mask. That doesn't count. I don't know.
He just hangs on to it. They wanted to get dirty.
You know what? He gets it done. Let's put it that way.
So 1 away, and a swing and a miss from Nick Gonzalez. Myers is pounding the strike zone right now. 41 pitches, 29 strikes at this point for Myers. And another one, swing and a miss, and it's another 0-2 count. So rocking 13 plate appearances, he has 6 0-2 counts.
Yeah. Made some pretty good pitches when he's ahead in the count. He's only walked to 1. 13 strikes in a row.
0-2. And make it 14. Got that call. He goes out there again. And the backwards K's are starting to stack up for both pitchers right now.
A liberal strike zone. You have to adjust. That pitch is just barely off the outside corner. Typically called a ball in the big leagues, but not tonight.
He is throwing it right where he wants to. All 4 strikeouts for Myers have been looking on that same pitch as Palacios comes out of his shoes on that one.
Great changeup.
Palacios has a couple of home runs. Clearly looks like he wants to hit more. He's heard a lot about the Pirates searching for a power left-handed hitting outfielder. And he is a left-handed hitting outfielder. These players know about these rumors. That's another strike. And Myers is 0-2 again. 7 0-2 counts. He deals and he misses. That snaps the string. 16 consecutive strikes.
Okay. It's a good count to throw a pitch out of the strike zone.
He's got 4 Ks. 2 outs, runner at first. Reynolds led off the inning with a single. Here he comes. And a hot one. Look at that play by Hoskins. He was holding the runner on. Put him in perfect position to take an extra base hit away from Palacios. Rhys Hoskins. Well done. That was by him. Inning is over. Still 2-0 Brewers.
Well, let's go inside the play. Brought to you by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. How about Rhys Hoskins? A nice pick at first base. Much easier play for a right-handed throwing first baseman. Just have to drop the glove. Ends up tagging the bag for the final out. And good defense by Rhys.
A real gem. Reynolds was on the move from first. You never know. Might have had a chance to score if it got tucked in the corner. But a great play from Rhys. 2-0 Brewers. They got both of their runs in the first inning. Perez quickly 0-2 on Blake Perkins as we start the bottom of the 4th. And a excuse me foul ball off the bat of Perkins.
Yeah, if you're ever wondering how talented these pitchers are, just think about the pitches that they're throwing that are just a little bit off the edges or right on the corner. They're doing that on purpose. That's not a mistake. They know they're getting that call to strike. They keep throwing it there.
And Perez rings the bell again. That time a cutter. And he's on the bottom edge of the zone. Strikes out Blake Perkins for his 5th K.
Yeah, both of these teams, the hitters are going to have to adjust. They need to start swinging the bat. Umpires got a liberal strike zone, although a good strike zone in my mind.
There have been 9 strikeouts in this game combined. 8 have been looking. You don't see that very often. But you're right. You got to start swinging the bats.
Because you would hope that the home plate umpire is not going to change the strike zone as the game goes on.
Andrew Monasterio bats with 1 away. Takes it low. Perez kind of getting away from his normal routine on the mound. He's thrown 9 changeups. And Monasterio back up the middle, a base hit. It had eyes, and Monasterio is aboard with a 1-out single. So Monasterio at first with Terang coming up. Let's check in with Sophia. What do you have, Soph?
Well, Andrew Monasterio getting the start at 3rd. He's been over there pretty regularly since Joey Ortiz has been on the IL with his neck stiffness. And Ortiz started swinging in the cage over the weekend in LA. Today he was on the field doing everything, hit on the field as well. He's feeling a lot better, and so tomorrow he will likely head to Appleton to join the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers for the day. Hope to get some at-bats for him, just make sure he's good to go. He is eligible to be activated on Friday when they open up that series against the Nationals, so it would be great to get Ortiz back in the lineup.
I'm sure, Sophia, it would be important for excuse me, for Ortiz to get back before the All-Star break, so he doesn't have to sit on an entire break. Remember, the Brewers don't come back till Saturday, so whether his at-bats are in the minor leagues, on a rehab, or in the big leagues. That's a little flare. That's going to fall a base hit. Bryce Terang just up there fighting for his life against a left-handed pitcher, and he's got a base hit.
Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice to get Joey Ortiz back in the line, as long as he's 100%, because you know the Brewers would love to have him use as much time as he can to get that neck ready and to have him ready for the second half of the season. And before he hurt that neck, he was swinging a hot bat. He was really swinging it well, playing great defense.
Meeting at the mound, and a chance at a quick word from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Terang. Speed at first, speed at second in Monasterio, and speed at the plate in Jackson Churio. Brewers have had traffic all night, scoring twice in the first. 2 on, 1 out. Churio takes a strike. Ball's got a lot of movement. Sinking fastball, or running fastball, better stated. Churio has 2 groundouts to Rowdy Tellez tonight. One and one. Heavy workload tonight. Brewers have been very good getting that pitch count up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Churio, a fly ball to right. Palacios will make the catch. Monasterio is going to tag and end up at third, but it's the second out. And now we'll see if Terang's on the move with Contreras coming up. Third time around against Martin Perez. Perez has given up a lot of hits third time through the batting order. It normally doesn't come this early in a game. Opponents hitting .415 third time through against Perez this season, and an OPS over 1,200. But because the Brewers have had a lot of traffic, base runners in every inning, they've already gotten to that point in the 4th inning. First and third. Contreras lays off. 2-0 to count. It's a tricky spot for Perez. The better matchup is against Yelich, but Yelich is hot. Either way, you're dealing with all-stars. See how aggressive he'll be here, and he checks on Terang.
And one of the reasons why Terang's not running, I imagine, you don't want to leave first base open to just put Contreras off, pitch to Yelich. I don't know if that's a favorable matchup for the Pirates either. Normally when Terang's on base, he's not there very long. He's going to be stealing second.
2-0 the count. Hitters count for Contreras, and he rips one down the left field line. It is a fair ball. In to score Monasterio. Terang flying around the bags. Throw to the plate. He's saved. A mad dash by Terang. It's a 2 RBI double by Contreras, and it's 4-0 Brewers.
All right, what a rope down the left field line. I tell you, this pitch
Middle in, he just turns on it. 117 miles an hour off the bat.
Wow.
Just barely fair, just inside that yellow line. And with 2 outs, Turang on his horse all the way around, able to score. Well, you love that speed. Good head first slide, beats the play.
They executed the relay well. Turang just outran it. And now Yelich. 4-0 Brewers. And Yelich trying to deliver with 2 outs again. This Brewer team is something else with 2 outs.
And again, I think that's one of the reasons why Turang didn't steal. He wanted to keep Contreras with the at-bat. It was a 2-1 pitch.
That's one of the hardest hit balls of the year for the Brewers. Yelich down the left field line. That is down foul. And it's 0-2 on Yelich. All 4 runs tonight coming on 2-out hits. This one just slicing into foul territory. Not a lot of room down there at that point.
Yep, I got a baseball.
Take that souvenir home. You don't even have to share it with your brother.
Right.
Just keep it.
We're at the price of admission right there.
Look at her. So excited. That's what it's all about. 0-2 to Yelich. That one's to Reynolds, and he'll make the play. And the inning is over, but the Brewers keep their impressive success with 2 outs going. Turang goes all the way around from first. A 2 RBI double by Contreras. 4-0 Brewers after 4 in Milwaukee.
Well, bring the summer vibes to American Family Field for Yacht Rock Night at the Brewers game on July 26th. Presented by Wintrust, Wisconsin's bank. Grab a special ticket for a Brewers captain hat with your seats. Get yours at brewers.com/theme night.
I like it. Rock night. Anything that has rock in it, it's a good night.
A captain hat. You know who texted me yesterday? Wants one of those?
Captain Stubing.
Eddie Cedar. Captain Eddie.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah.
You got to set him up. That's a line shot on the first pitch of the 5th inning. Ke'Bryan Hayes whistles one out to Turang for out number 1. Do those come in multiple sizes, or is it one size fits all?
I hope not. Because I plan on wearing one too. Playing golf with Eddie first day of the All-Star break.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Taking the game public again.
Nah, just Eddie.
You know, I saw Ed Cedar off a tee box on a par 3 tee off with a putter and knock it on the green.
It's an angled putter. It's one of those illegal.
Yeah. It's like,
yeah. He's good with that.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
And then he left. You know, Eddie's not like so into playing all 18 holes. He just kind of leaves when he's bored.
9-hole guy, maybe 13.
It doesn't matter. X-Golf, that's how you tune your game up, Rock. That's where you need to go. Sawinski is swinging a miss. 2-2 the count on Jack Sawinski.
Had a good day Monday at the Greater Lombardo Open, Western Lakes.
Yeah, nice. Ground ball to Hoskins. He'll flip it to Myers. And 2 men are gone here in this 5th inning. How was that event?
Good. Made some birdie putts. Our team was 9 under. Didn't even come close to winning. I think a lot of teams cheat.
You're just coming to that realization now.
I mean, 9 under? I mean, we weren't even in the money.
It's all for charity, though,
Not
Rob.
that there's money involved, but yeah, maybe a sleeve of balls or something. I could use those. Jim Lombardo does a great job with that event every year. Raises a lot of money for Children's Hospital.
Absolutely.
Good man.
Joey Bart with 2 outs here in the 5th. 4-0 Brewers. And Myers continues to impress. 4 Ks in this game. Economical with his pitches for the most part. And he's got a nice little run going. Rock mentioned it earlier, but 5 of his last 6 starts, he's gone at least 6 innings. And you're kind of searching for the starters to go more. Brewers bullpen Second in total innings pitched only to the Giants this year. Starters haven't been going deep in games. Myers has actually been one of those who has.
He goes 6 innings these days. That's a pretty good start. 6 innings, 3 runs or less. It's a quality start.
Officially known as a quality start, thanks to the great John Lowe. Ground ball to third base. Monasterio, awkward hop, but makes the play, no problem. 3 up and 3 down. And a shutdown inning for Tobias Myers. Continues to pitch well. Adames leads off. It's 4-0 Brewers. 4-0 Brewers. They lead Martin Perez and the Pirates in game 2 of this series. How about the strikeouts tonight, Rock? You don't see this many called strike threes. 8 of the 9 have been called strike threes, and that's been the open window out there on that corner.
And look where they all are. Only a couple of them off the plate, but everything else in the strike zone, right on the edges. Both of these pitchers doing a good job working the corners tonight.
Kudos to the pitchers for attacking that zone that is favorable for them. Paul Skeens will get the ball tomorrow for the Pirates. You got to come see this guy pitch. Very few have hit the scene like Paul Skeens, just drafted last year, first ever to go from the draft to the All-Star game. Adames, a fly ball shallow center, late start on it by Sawinski, and that's going to fall, a base hit.
Yeah, wow. A lot of air under that fly ball. Somebody's got to catch that. Sawinski did not get a good jump. He was playing deep. He went across over toward right center first, then came in. Completely misjudged that one. But Adames will take it.
Adames with his second hit. 2 out of 3. Activity in the bullpen as Brent Honeywell is loosening with purpose. Here is Sal Frelick on base twice tonight against Perez. And there goes Adames, pitches a strike, throw to second, out at second base.
Wow, what a throw, what a pick. Triola with a nice pick and a slap tag as Adames came into second base. 1 hop throw to second. Infielders will tell you, give me a chance. Even if it's low, I can make a play, but if it's high, no chance. Slides right into the glove.
Frelick pops it up, out of play. 0-2 the count on Frelick. Brewers have a very good success rate in stolen bases this year. That's the other part of the story. There are teams that steal a lot of bases but also get caught quite a bit. Brewers have, for them, it's a math equation with Quentin Berry. The time it takes a pitcher to get the ball to the plate and the time the catcher can throw to second. That's all work done before the game, and when those numbers match up for a particular base runner's speed, then it's go time. One and 2 to Sal Frelick. Big bouncing ball to second. Gonzalez makes a play for out number 2. He almost threw it away. And 2 gone here. Nobody on in the 5th. Brings up Rhys Hoskins. Powerball home run leaderboard. Hoskins and Adames with 13 lead the club. Yelich with 11. Contreras into double figures now. Jackson Chourio sitting on 9. And Chourio and Adames taking a look at the tablet.
Looking at their at-bats.
Can't be understated how important Willy Adames is to all these young players. We heard Bryce Terang, who was mic'd up in our Brewers Live pregame with Steven and Dilly, talking about Adames and how he's always got his back, and he's taught him so much. Terang in his second year. There's been such praise on Adames.
When your leaders have high energy, that rubs off on everybody.
Plays every day.
They work hard. They get their work in before the game. Adames is always out there with Contreras before the game, before regular batting practice, taking extra swings. When your leaders do that, young guys are going to follow.
Hoskins takes a strike on a 3-0 pitch. He's still looking for his first career hit against Perez. Twice he has ended innings at the plate. Sends that one deep to left field. Hoskins will watch this one fly. Goodbye. His first against Martin Perez. It's a memorable one. Home run number 14 for Hoskins. And it is 5-0 Brewers, and it is another run with 2 outs for the Brew Crew.
Well, a 3-1 cutter to Rhys Hoskins, and he knocked it out of here. Ended up inside part of the plate, lifted it out of here, and the Brewers with a 5-0 lead. 109 miles an hour off the bat.
Sal Frelick. Bon voyage. No doubt about that one. Hoskins goes to the top of the Brewers home run leaderboard now with that home run. Blake Perkins with 2 outs.
And the struggles for Martin Perez continue in this ballpark.
How about it? He's given up 14 earned runs in 9 2/3 innings and 6 homers in those 9 2/3. ...101 pitches. He's not through 5. Figures to be his last inning. Could be his last hitter. Perkins fouls it away. That had to feel good for Hoskins. He had a bunch of walks against Perez, but was 0 for 9 career against him.
They got the count in his favor, got one he liked, didn't miss it.
One ball, 2 strikes to Blake Perkins. Hanging tough.
And doing yeoman's work out there right now is Perez. He's got to be gassed. 103 pitches for him.
He's given up 9 hits, 5 runs, all with 2 outs. Think how close he was on a couple of occasions in this game to getting through innings with quick innings. But the Brewers' relentless nature, and they continue to deliver with 2 outs. Can't tell you how frustrating it is on opposing pitchers to constantly give up runs with 2 outs, and no team does it better than the Brewers.
Not just pitchers, but teams in general that give up 2-out runs.
2-2 is low. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Perkins. And this will be an 8-pitch at bat. Monasterio due next. Payoff pitch. Bouncer foul. Hoskins makes it 5-0 Brewers in the 5th. Now 14 homers, 44 runs batted in for Rhys. 3-2 again, and it's ball 4. Blake Perkins draws the walk. 9-pitch at bat. Derek Shelton has seen enough. Pittsburgh manager's on his way out. He's going to make a pitching change. And the call to the bullpen comes. So Perez cannot get through 5. A ton of damage with 2 outs. And the end of the line for Martin Perez. Coming in, Brent Honeywell will set up the matchup as Monasterio will bat. Brewers looking for more here in this 5th inning. Milwaukee Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by Havish and Rotier Personal Injury Attorneys, national reputation, hometown service. And by Cousin Subs, believe in better. Fans enjoying this one, got them dancing in the seats tonight. The Brewers lead 5-0 against one of their division rivals, the Pirates, after a loss last night. So Monasterio will bat. It'll be Brent Honeywell out of the Derek Shelton bullpen.
And second appearance for him after being called up from AAA Indianapolis. And closed out the win against the Mets. Yeah, that was on Monday.
This is where the Pirates have really struggled in their low leverage, middle relief. They just don't have enough arms right now. So a lot of these games can get real lopsided.
This guy's got a legitimate screwball. Remember those?
Yeah, oh yeah. Mike Marshall.
Yeah. Teddy Higuera with the screwball. Remember Teddy? Contemporary of mine. Maybe a little too young at that time.
Oh no, I remember Teddy Higuera for sure. How did you find catching a screwball was?
A lot easier than a knuckleball. And no big deal, you know. Left-handed screwballs like a right-handed curveball.
Yeah.
Had a good one.
0-2 the count. 2 outs in the inning. Monasterio fights one off.
I'll tell you that Devin Williams changeup. If you didn't know any better, you'd think that was a screwball.
Yeah. Same action.
The way it comes out of his hand, the rotation.
Often imitated. Hardly replicated, though. Hard to physically do what Devin Williams does with that changeup. There goes Perkins. Pitches down and in. It'll be a stolen base for the speedy Blake Perkins. Brewers with a couple of steals. One caught tonight. But Yelich and Perkins with swipes. And now a chance to deliver another 2-out run with a base hit. Outfield is deep. And Monasterio with a good eye. 2-2. Martin Perez threw 107 pitches, 4 2/3 innings. And felt like the game probably could have turned his way in a few spots here tonight. Once again, the Pirates do not score runs with Perez on the mound. That's been a theme all year.
Yeah, no kidding. Pirates have lost 9 of his last 11 starts, but the Pirates have only scored 19 runs. And those 19 on those 9 losses.
Feels like there's always one of those guys.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Tobias Myers is cruising along through 5 innings. Only 1 hit allowed. Perkins at second. 2-2 to Monasterio, and it's ball 3. This will be pitch number 8 in this sequence. And Honeywell had him 0-2. It's been a familiar theme tonight. 3-2 pitch, and it is low. It is ball 4. And more success with 2 outs. Potawatomi Sportsbook Advanced Stat. 2-out runs updated. Brewers have jumped ahead of the Guardians with 5 2-out runs tonight. 191 2-out runs scored this year. Leads the majors. And that brings up Terang. Two on with 2 outs for Terang. Back up the middle, slow roller. Got some weird spin on it, but Triolo makes a play to end the inning. Brewers get a 2-out homer from Rhys Hoskins. His 14th of the year. He makes it 5-0 as we go to the 6th inning in Milwaukee.
We're back back at American Family Field, a 5-0 lead for the Brewers as we head to the 6th inning. Tobias Myers back to work, and we want to send our congratulations to Brandon, Joni, Kyler Woodruff as they welcomed in Bowen Blake Woodruff, a sweet little boy, maybe not so little, guys, 8 pounds, 12 ounces, already a big Mississippi boy. But congratulations to Brandon and Joni and Kyler. I checked in with Brandon. He said everyone is doing great. Kyler is very excited to be a big sister, and they already had the Brewers game on. So Bo already watching his first Brewers game, but congratulations to the Woodruffs.
Got a little woo right there. Big woo and little woo.
We saw Joni walking out of the ballpark last night.
She's like,
Walking through the service level. So, yeah, a couple of days.
she's a gamer.
Yeah. Congratulations to everybody.
Yeah, Brandon, he's not been between the lines. He's injured this year, signed a 2-year deal knowing he was not going to pitch this year after shoulder surgery, but he is in full rehab mode, and his whole life just changed again today with another child. That's a called strike 3. Tobias Myers picks up yet another backwards K, 5 strikeouts, and all of them have been looking, and all of them have been in that exact spot.
And the hitters continue to not swing at it. It's been a strike all night.
So we talk about the extra run or ride that Myers has with his fastball, similar to what Freddie Peralta possesses. So while his fastball is 92, 94 miles an hour, there are times when he has gotten as much as 19 inches of ride. So just to put that into some context, Major League average is 15. Essentially, gravity doesn't take his fastball like others. It rides through it. Frelick on the run. Frelick slides and makes the catch. What a great play by Sal Frelick.
Well, you can count on good defense by Sal Frelick every single night. Our T-Mobile coverage cam play of the night. And check it out. Has to slide up against that pad and able to make the catch.
How athletic was that?
Yeah. Had to make sure he didn't run right into that wall.
We've seen it a lot.
Well
We've seen the outfielders go crashing into that wall and sustain injuries, and just smoothly attacks that baseball. Goes into a slide to be able to pop up before that wall. That was something special right there.
Doesn't like there's nothing to it.
I'll never forget Matt Diaz of the Braves that one year down the left field line. Same play, except he didn't pop up on the slide and fractured his leg. Anyway, back to Tobias Myers. So the idea that his fastball stays in a position that the hitters aren't typically expecting. That's an elite level ride with the fastball.
Got good
Shoots
finish.
it through.
Got good finish, and it's all about the wrist pop at the end. The rotation, RPMs.
They used to call it back in the old days. They call it the rise ball.
Yeah.
And it doesn't actually rise.
Just stays on plane.
But it stays higher than most do, and that's what Myers possesses. Very similar to Yovani Gallardo.
Hey, good name.
He's
Good name
got that.
good recall.
Especially to me, he reminds me of Gallardo. Watch his lead arm as he comes through. So his glove side, as he raises it up, he doesn't give the hitter much to look at. Raises it up and then fires through. Reynolds hits a liner right to Perkins, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Tobias Myers, what a rookie year it's been. He's found a home here in Milwaukee. And with defense like this, anybody can pitch in the big leagues, right? Great play, Sal.
We're back at American Family Field, and recently the Brewers Community Foundation partnered with Delta Dental and Team Smile to provide free dental care and instruction to almost 300 kids from the Boys and Girls Club here at American Family Field. That was earlier this week on July 2nd, so well done. Free dental care for all those kiddos.
All right, Sophia, thank you. Good to see kids at the ballpark. You can't talk about world-class dental care without talking about Renee Hoffman, our Hall of Fame stage manager. That's a real job.
Yep, and dental hygienist.
And the best that ever lived.
Yeah.
Do they have Hall of Fames for dental hygienists as well? Look at that smile, Renee.
We can make
Give them that
one.
smile.
We
See?
can make one.
She's the first inductee into the Hygienist Hall of Fame.
It's always good to have your dental hygienist to have a good smile.
That's right.
Good teeth.
I don't know why Renee keeps giving us candy, though. She's trying to make sure. Usually, wouldn't your hygienist say, you know, maybe you don't eat so much candy, but
Wants to give Dr. Nick some business.
it's like all these orthopedic surgeons encouraging people to go play pickleball. It's keeping them in business. You a pickleball guy, Rob?
You know I'm not.
I think that might be a good sport for you.
No.
Nah, you got good hands, I'm telling you. I think you might like it.
I'm not real fleet of foot. I'm not real quick these days.
Well, that's the best part about it. Don't really have to be.
Got a bad right knee. Sore back.
3-2 to Churio. In the air to right, hit pretty well. It is caught by Palacios.
He was playing deep back there. Didn't have that far to go to get it.
One away in the 6th inning. Brings up Contreras. Contreras with a big hit for the Brewers back in the 4th inning. All 5 of the runs have come with 2 outs. Contreras roped one down the left field line. 2 out, 2 RBI double. Pops this one up. And Raleigh Tellez will make the call in the catch. 2 outs. Hey, July 25th at the Pabst Theater. Join Valley Sports for the Christian Yelich home plate charity concert. Scotty McCreery will be here entertaining. Charlie Barons, our pal, and plenty more. Tickets at visitmilwaukee.org/Yelich. That ought to be a great night. I love the Pabst Theater, one of my favorites. The Pabst, the Riverside.
Classic building.
Music scene is so great here. Scotty McCreery is a great talent. Enjoy him. That'll be fun. Good work by Yelich. Yelich with 2 hits and a stolen base tonight. He scored a run. 22 jerseys everywhere. Everywhere you look. Fan favorite. 3-0. Yelich takes ball 4. More 2-out success. And Yelich is aboard for the 3rd time.
I figure he's going to steal second base.
Brewers with 2 outs today, Rock, have 5 hits. 4 walks. They've got 2 doubles, a homer, all 5 runs with 2 outs. 9 base runners with 2 outs in this game, and Adames lines one to center. Sawinski having a tough time out there, but he does track it down, makes a play to end the inning, and we go to the 7th. It is 5-0 Brewers. Raleigh Tellez will lead it off against Myers. Game reset brought to you by Toyota. Brewers lead 5-0. Tobias Myers been a big story once again. All 5 runs with 2 outs today. The other headline. RBIs today from Adames and Frelick. Contreras drove in 2 with a double, and Rhys Hoskins with a homer. And Myers been pounding the strike zone all day. Back out there to start a 7th inning now. He's got Tellez, Gonzalez, and Palacios coming up. Well, he's giving the Brewers exactly what they needed.
Oh, only 73 pitches as he works here in the 7th inning. Really good work.
2-1 to Tellez. Fouls it back our way. Into the Pirates radio booth. Our old pal Joe Block over there. There's Joe.
John Wayner, the Rock.
The other rock. There's 2 rocks up here in the press box. Former Brewer broadcaster Joe Block. No chance he was going after that foul ball. I promise you that. Tellez going to beat the shift here. A base hit. Tellez thinking about 2, and he's on his way. And he will hustle his way to a double to start this 7th inning.
How about that, Rowdy Tellez? Got in on him, jammed a little bit, able to fight it off. Actually, right off the end of the bat. Monasterio playing off the line. Check that out. Look at Rowdy lumbering around first into second base.
Got to get a sprint speed on that. Good enough for a double. That's what Rowdy Tellez would say. Here's Nick Gonzalez now. Pitch count for Myers in great shape here in the 7th. It's a rare bird to see a starter into the 7th inning this year with the Brewers. They need it. Fly ball, right field. Frelick will settle under it. Tellez will stay put. Gave him a little bluff. I don't think he had his heart in it, though. Got Sal Frelick all smiles. 1 away, and a quick word from Gruber Law Offices.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Call Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. 1 call, that's all.
One gone, runner at second, and Palacios takes a strike. Palacios hit a bullet back in the 4th. Hoskins made a great play on him. That ended the inning. Might have scored a run. There was a runner at first at the time. 2 quick strikes on him.
Just pounding that strike zone tonight, right? 79 pitches, 54 strikes, is it?
That's what it is. And he's got another hitter, 0-2. Very efficient tonight. He's had 9 hitters, 0-2 in this game. That ball scalded into left field. Tellez will be held at third. And a base hit for Palacios. So 2 hits in the inning, totaling 3 for the Pirates in the game. And the first time they've had multiple runners aboard in an inning.
Yeah, 3rd time through, the Pirates starting to maybe getting some better swings. Palacios with a good swing to the opposite field.
So meeting at the mound here. Charlie Green on the receiving end of the bullpen call from the dugout. We'll start to get some activity in that pen. Myers trying to get through 7. Would be something if he could. Elvis Peguero. He'll need a couple of batters. Brewers have a 5-0 lead. Myers' best start of his rookie year went 8 innings against Detroit, just 1 hit. That was back in early June. He's got one of those kind of games going here. Hayes takes a ball and checks his swing. Myers not typically a ground ball pitcher. Strikeouts and outs in the air. Love to get one here to turn 2. That was the pitch to get a ground ball, the cut fastball, and he missed with it.
Yeah, be careful here. 2-0.
Hayes 0 for 2. He lined out his last time up. Gave him a 2-0 slider, and Hayes fouls it away.
A lot of confidence in every one of his pitches. Going slider on the 2-0 count. That's a good ground ball pitch as well.
That slider was money against the Rockies. Angry slider, he called it. 2-1. Hayes late, fouls it away, backs it up with a high fastball, and now he's got him 2-2. Brewers set up to turn 2 if they do get one on the ground. And he goes for that spot again. Just missed it this time. That was his best fastball tonight, velocity-wise.
Yep, just off the outside corner.
That's where his strikeouts have come tonight, all 5 of them. Hayes on the ground. Hoskins falls down, out at second, throw to first, and it's in time for a double play. That's by design. Hoskins gets himself to the ground so he can pop up and make a throw. But he went down quick. The old 3-6-3 double play. It's a thing of beauty. The pitcher's best friend, and Myers is through 7, and he is pumped. Been a night for Rhys Hoskins. He's homered. He's made 2 beautiful plays at first base. Tobias Myers through 7. He's got 7 shutout innings on the board against the Pirates as Sal Frelick takes a strike.
And some really good defense tonight by the Brewers.
Frelick's been a part of that. He made a great catch in foul territory, sliding up against the wall. Frelick drove in a run with a base hit in the first. That was against the lefty and Perez. He walked against Perez in the third. First time he's faced a right-handed pitcher tonight.
That's the Scroogey, the screwball.
It's funny, you know, we were talking about Mike Marshall, who won a Cy Young Award as a screwball pitcher in the 70s with the Dodgers. So when I played college ball, I don't normally start sentences that way, but Mike Marshall, one of his disciples, was our pitching coach. So our entire pitching staff down at St. Mary's University threw screwballs.
Wow.
And it was a incredible pitch. Fly ball left center, slicing down, base hit. And Frelick on his way to second base. Sal Frelick with his second hit of the night.
Was it Mike Marshall that had over 100 appearances one year in the
as
big
a reliever
leagues with the Dodgers, I think it was?
Yeah, he was a trainer. You know, he believes a kinesiology expert. Before that was the thing, a workout specialist. And one of his proteges, a guy by the name of John Mayer, was our pitching coach. John Maley, I should say. And he taught the screwball, and Mike Marshall came, this is in the early 90s, he came to our university and he kind of gave a clinic. And I tell you, it saved my arm too. I had all kind of arm problems when I was in high school and my first couple of years of college. Always elbow just barked all the time, always in pain. But I started doing his workout, which was with shot puts. We weren't throwing him. It was just like a workout to strengthen your elbow and shoulder. Never had an arm problem after that. Kind of made me a believer. So much so, I threw 12 innings in a fantasy camp game.
Yeah, wasn't Eddie your coach?
No, that was Jerry Augustine.
Jerry Augustine, yeah.
He was my manager. But Mike Marshall's a fascinating story. If you, he's an interesting guy to look up and read, and he was definitely on the edges. Hoskins fouls it away.
One of the first true closers in the big leagues, right? I mean, he was the guy that made closing a thing. Over 100 appearances one year. Wow. Yeah.
That screwball was a wild pitch. Had a couple of guys make it to the big leagues with that screwball out of that small college in San Antonio. Jeff Kubanka was one of them. You're right, though. It looks like an opposite hand curveball.
Yeah.
Hoskins pops it up. And Sawinski is there to make the play.
And again, you could really classify Devin Williams' changeup as a screwball. But he doesn't. It's a changeup. He can call it whatever he wants.
Yeah,
Devin's looking good these days. He's going to go out on a rehab assignment not too long from now.
Says he's ready. So I guess Jake Bauer said he faced him in a simulated game. He said, man, it's legit.
Yeah.
He's ready to roll. It's all about the buildup now. What a piece that's going to be to get back for the Brewers. Two-time Trevor Hoffman Award winner, the best reliever in the game.
I tell you, Trevor McGill's done a nice job picking him up, though.
He has.
And imagine when Devin Williams comes back, that 1-2 punch.
Ryder Ryan was in the bullpen. Joey Bart's going to give him a few extra tosses down there. Brent Honeywell came on for Perez in the 5th inning. Has not allowed a run. Devin Williams, DL Hall, Joe Ross, 3 pitchers that could all be coming back soon. And all would be valuable members to return. 2 starters and a world-class closer. Blake Perkins takes a strike. Sophia, you got more on those guys.
Yeah, Joe Ross was on the mound tonight for the Nashville Sounds. 3 2/3 scoreless innings for him. Just 2 hits allowed, 3 strikeouts. Got the pitch count up to 46, so that's pretty encouraging for him. He's been out with a back injury. It's been over 2 months for him now. And then just a quick update for you guys on DL Hall. He pitched last night for the Nashville Sounds, and it went pretty well until the 3rd inning, and unfortunately he took a comebacker off of the forearm. Fortunately, no fracture for him. However, Pat Murphy told us that he'll be shut down 3 to 10 days. So that will obviously slow down his rehab and his progress. They were expecting that to be his last appearance with the Sounds. So tough luck there for DL Hall. But again, no fracture there. Just a period of shutdown to let that kind of swelling and inflammation die down.
All right, good stuff there. Thank you, Sophia. Tough break for DL Hall as Perkins strikes out. And I saw the video of that line drive he took last night. That was wicked. But glad that there's no fracture, and so still put him back on track, you would think, post All-Star break.
At least the knee's feeling better.
Yeah, that's the most important piece. Runner at second. And Monasterio takes a strike. Bottom line with the Brewers, they have utilized their great depth, and they've covered the injuries. Every team has injuries. Every team. Injured lists are packed everywhere in the big leagues. And there are teams that use that as an excuse, and they have not been able to cover for those injuries, whether they're adding players off the wires or whether they're bringing up players from the minor leagues, but the Brewers have. That's been the most impressive part of this team.
Pat Murphy likes to call this team undaunting.
Oh, I love the T-shirts today.
Yeah.
Did you get one?
I did not.
So the skipper bought T-shirts for the team that said just that, undaunting.
Don't let things that go against you get you down. Just keep grinding out. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Get it done. Undaunting. Not bothered by a whole lot. There you go.
Not intimidated or discouraged by difficulty, danger, and disappointment. Undaunted.
Undaunted.
Even went to the dictionary to post that. Pat Murphy does a lot of things like that. Always feels like he's got his pulse on it. Kind of has a way to get a message across in various ways. I think that's what I've noticed the most about Murph. Sometimes he uses humor, sometimes it's direct, it's anger, sometimes it's a T-shirt.
I tell you, he's great in those pre-game pressers.
packing it in his office.
Yeah.
3-2 the count to Monasterio. Runner goes, and a little flare, center field, down. Another run will score. And another run with 2 outs. The Brewers make it 6-0 as Andrew Monasterio with his second hit.
Man, what a day he's had at the plate now. 2 for 3 and a walk. Fastball away, just throws the bat out there, just trying to put the ball in play as Frelick takes off from second. And the Brewers add on.
7th pitch of the at-bat. He goes from an 0-2 count to a 3-2 count and then delivers the RBI single. 6 2-out runs tonight for the Brewers. And they're up 6-0 on 11 hits. Here's Turang now. How about the bottom of the order here, partner?
Yeah.
Perkins, Monasterio, Turang. Perkins has walked twice. Monasterio on base 3 times, 2 hits and a walk. Turang with a base hit and a run scored.
Everybody contributing tonight. It's kind of the way it's gone this whole year. Somebody different every night. But tonight it's all of them.
You could say they're all undaunted.
I got to get me one of those T-shirts.
It's medium. Take it out to the pickleball court.
Yeah.
I'll be standing right here, undaunted. There's a look at the shirt.
Yeah.
In the Brewers script. Bryce Turang earlier, modeling that T-shirt for us. I loved his little pregame hit on Brewers Live with the earpiece.
That was great.
Tim Dillard and Stephen Watson and our crew coming together early. Oh my goodness, Monasterio got a 20-step jump and steals second base. I think it even freaked out Monasterio a little bit.
Look where he was, halfway there before Honeywell got rid of the baseball.
It's unnatural. Kind of waiting for him to step off. So a stolen base chance at an RBI here for Turang. Brewers returning the favor from last night. From 0-2 to 3-2, back-to-back hitters. Turang, a little flare to right, and Palacios makes the play to end the inning. Brewers get one more 2-out run, though. Monasterio this time delivers. 6-0 Crew. We go to the 8th. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook, a new era of sports betting. And sponsored in part by Northwestern Mutual, the official financial planning partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Tobias Myers back to work. He is on the mound for his 8th inning. Got a key double play. Off the bat, a key Brian Hayes to end the 7th. Sawinski, Joey Bart, Jared Triolo, 7, 8, 9 in the Pittsburgh batting order. And let's see if Myers can get through 8. Let him ride. Pitch count's in good shape. Had that 8-inning game against the Tigers in early June. He's just coming off a 101 pitch outing in Colorado. That's the most pitches he's thrown in the big leagues. And Elvis Peguero, the most ready to come in. Strincy just now starting to throw as well. I would guess that as long as there are no base runners, Myers will stay. And that's a good start. Strikes out Sawinski. Caught him looking.
There's some amazing command tonight. That one right on the outside corner. It's been a strike all night. Contreras holds it nicely, and the first out of the 8th.
For 20 inches of ride that time. Again, league average 15, so he is he is on a level that you just rarely see. Sawinski was certain that ball was going to fall down out of the strike zone. It did not. Broken bat. Here is Turang. Tough play. No problem for Bryce Turang.
Amazing.
It's as sweet as it gets out there at the second base position.
Did you see where he got rid of that baseball? I mean, amazing. He was way on the second base side of the bag. And look at the arm strength that he's able to get and throw to first base. That is just next level defense by Bryce Turang.
Deserves an applause from his pitcher. Turang should have been an all-star. Still might. You never know about injuries, but man, he is deserving. It's kind of his first year. It's his second year in the big leagues, but his first year doing what he's doing. Sometimes it takes a while to have your name resonate for those who vote on such things. But
he's always been this good defensively. I mean, last year he was and never had played second base before, but the way his offense has been, he certainly deserves an all-star game.
0-2, 2 outs, 8th inning. Triolo at the plate, fouls it away. How big is this start by Tobias Myers tonight? Huge. And he won't make another start before the All-Star break, so you can let it ride a little bit. He's going to get a lot of time off before he next pitches. Guessing he will. I don't know how the Brewers are going to do their rotation, but I would imagine he would be first up the following Saturday after the All-Star break against Minnesota. It's all to be determined. Well, he'll have a good window. 2-2 the count. Pitch number 99 coming. Can he post 8 scoreless innings? And a line drive to right, base hit. Triolo singles. Go back to the top of the order now.
Pretty good piece of hitting right there by Triolo. That ball was right on the corner at the knees. Went down and got it. Hit it hard into right.
And if you're looking for the manager to potentially take the pitcher out, Murphy is hiding in the shadows.
Not happening right now. He might not able to get through the ninth, but could be his last hitter.
Zastryzny now looks like the primary reliever to come in. Figueroa has sat down. McCutchen fouls off the first pitch.
Switch hitter Reynolds on deck, and then Rowdy Tellez.
But a 6-run lead with which to work. Could be his last hitter. McCutchen was the first batter he ever faced in the majors, and he homered on the very first pitch in Pittsburgh, April 23rd, and how his career and life has changed since then. He's kind of a fill-in starter. Been traded a number of times, bounced between organizations, felt like previous organizations never really leaned into what he does best, and that is throw that four-seam fastball. The Brewers did. Been with 6 organizations, still only 25. Never been better. 1-2 the count. He deals. McCutchen pops it up. This is going to stay playable. And Tobias Myers, 8 shutout innings. He gets a standing ovation on his way out. Brilliant performance by the 25-year-old rookie.
What a scene for Tobias Myers. 8 scoreless from the rookie here at American Family Field. From the Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all sports desk. Stephen Watson, Tim Dillard here with you, getting set for for Brewers Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Second time this season that he's gone 8 scoreless. First time pitching into the 7th inning here at American Family Field for Tobias Myers.
How about going at least 6 innings, 6 of his last 7 starts? I mean, he was painting a masterpiece here today. Bob Ross, happy trees all over the place. 6 strikeouts, all looking impressive for the kid.
We'll talk about Tobias Myers. How about 2-out offense for the Milwaukee Brewers coming up on Brewers Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. All 6 of them coming with 2 outs. But story of the night is going to be Tobias. How about B.A. Rock? Last 7 starts, a 1.79 ERA for Myers.
Yeah, that ERA drops to 3.13 now after his start today overall.
Did I hear Dilly say happy trees?
Happy trees, Bob Ross.
Very nice.
8 innings, 4 hits, no runs, a walk. The 6 strikeouts is interesting. Can't say I've ever seen that before. That's fair. Churio down the line, and he's off to the races. Hits the sidewall, and Jackson Churio is in with a double. New pitcher, Ryder Ryan, greeted rudely by the Brewer leadoff hitter.
He's been swinging a good bat. He lined out to right his last time up. That slider was kind of a cement mixer that stayed in on Churio, and he's able to tuck it inside the third base bag. Leadoff double in the 8th.
Churio. He and Perkins have been the only 2 hitless in this game. Now it is just Perkins who has walked twice. William Contreras. And a bullet gobbled up by Hayes. He's an excellent third baseman. And Contreras hit it sharply, but he is out number 1.
Well, tonight's Tavern of the Game winner, Log Tavern in Lodi. If they call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow, they get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. It's offered courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
Say hello to all our friends in Lodi. Got a pinch hitter for Yelich. Jake Bowers is going to come on and get an at-bat. Slide into that DH spot. Hopefully it's not something of concern. It is 6-0. Yelich had 2 hits and a walk here tonight. All right, good to get Bowers an at-bat.
Get him an at-bat. Maybe going to start tomorrow at first. Tough right-hander on the mound with the Pirates.
That's a good sign that Yelich is on the rail. So we will assume for now it's not an injury or illness situation. 6-0's in that tweener zone.
Yeah.
Got a great pitching matchup tomorrow. Day game here at American Family Field. A Thursday matinee before the Nationals come to town Friday. Brewers will send up Aaron Savali. The newest Brewer, be his home debut. First start against the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Look at the strikeout totals for Skeens.
Yeah, Paul Skeens has made a name for himself quickly. Number 1 overall pick out of LSU.
Well, you know what I say about numbers like that. He's due to give it up.
It's not that easy, right?
No, it's not.
We'll see. I can't wait to see him pitch in person tomorrow.
Yep.
He's got a chance to be the all-star starter this year. He and Brian Reynolds made the all-star team for the Pirates. So that'll be fun to watch. You should come join us here at American Family Field. There are tickets available. Skeens has been selling out games in Pittsburgh every time he pitches. He's the Caitlin Clark of Major League Baseball. Here's a 1-2. And this is low.
It's good to promote the young players in the game. Jackson Churio, Paul Skeens, the future of our game.
There's a lot of great young players. 2-2 to Bowers. Hangs tough. Bowers a pinch hit appearance in this 8th inning. 2-2, and Bowers looks at a ball. Brewers have forced a ton of deep counts tonight. They do that all the time. Connor Dawson, hitting coach. He and Ozzie Timmons. They deserve a lot of credit. They stand right next to each other. Two very different philosophies, styles, way they think about the game, and it's always impressive how they work so well together. They're good pals.
Don't overlap. Both have their jobs to do and do it well.
Bowers down the right field line. It is hooking. It is a foul ball. Big hook down the line for Bowers. He was out ahead of a breaking ball. Hit the sidewall. And he'll get another 3-2 pitch. He draws the walk. First and second with one away now. Brewers looking for more. It'll bring up Adames. Good AB off the bench for Bowers.
Sixth walk issued by the Pirates tonight.
I meant to say on we were talking about Tobias Myers. I don't think I've ever seen a pitcher, a starting pitcher, where all of his Ks were called strike threes.
Yeah.
6 of them. Basically all in the same spot.
He was able to exploit the strike zone tonight that home plate umpire was giving him. He was able to hit that spot over and over and over again, and the Pirates did not adjust.
Adames drove in the first run of the game, and it set the whole narrative for tonight. It was a 2-out, 2-strike RBI double into right center. Brewers chased the starter Martin Perez in the 5th inning. 5 earned runs in 4 2/3. Got another one off Honeywell, and looking for one against Ryan as Adames pulls it foul. We'll hit the air tomorrow, by the way, at 12:30. 1:10 first pitch. Stephen Watson and Tim Dillard will have Brewers Live pregame for you. Adames takes his time out. By the way, Rock, the Cardinals got swept today.
Yeah, Kansas City won both.
Had a game postponed last night, so they made it up today. And the Royals took a pair from St. Louis, 6-4 and 8-5. Former Cardinal Michael Wacha got a win for Kansas City.
Kansas City having a nice year.
That moves them to 51 and 43. It's an uphill battle with the Guardians in the Central Division. They've been a big surprise. How about the 2 first-year managers, Pat Murphy and Stephen Vogt? Yeah. The Guardians and the Brew Crew, first-place teams.
But didn't you know that Stephen Vogt was going to be a good coach, manager, whatever he wanted to do, broadcaster? Didn't matter.
Remember, he was hurt that one year, and he wanted to test out his broadcasting chops, and he used to join us on the air.
Yeah.
Got hurt with the Brewers.
Had him down in Nelly's corner a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1-2 to Adames. In the air, left field, hit well. It is up and it is gone just inside the foul pole. Willie Adames with a 3-run home run. A banner night for the Brewers shortstop. 4 runs batted in, 3 hits. 14th home run of the season. And the Brewers extend their lead to 9-0.
They got a slider on a 1-2 pitch. Question was it going to be high enough? Maybe was it going to be fair? It was both.
All smiles tonight. What a different story than last night. Brewers returning to favor, and Adames rejoins Rhys Hoskins at the top of the Brewers home run leaderboard. Hanging breaking ball.
Talk about a hanger. That was about as much of a hanger as you're going to see. And Willie able to barely keep it fair. Back leg that one. Just high enough and inside that left field foul pole.
4 RBI game for Adames. A triple shy of the cycle. Gives him 62 RBIs now. Prolific home run hitting shortstop. Having a great year in his walk year. Be a free agent next season. Means a lot to this team right now. Frelick pops it foul. Might stay playable. Hayes is over and he cannot make the play. That was coming right down the netting. Not an easy play. How about Frelick's night? 2 hits, a walk, drove in a run, scored a run.
Great play defensively and right.
0-2 the count on Frelick. And he pulls that one fair. Just inside the line. Frelick on his way to second. He'll crank it up and go to third. Ball still stuck in the corner. And Frelick with a stand-up triple. His 3rd hit of the game. He's gone single, walk, double, triple in this one tonight. And the Brewers keep it going.
Yeah, that slider not getting it done tonight for Ryan. Kind of a cement mixer down and in, didn't break a whole lot, and then Frelick able to tuck it inside that right field line. All the way in the corner, and he has a triple easily.
Brings up Rhys Hoskins.
14 hits for the crew tonight.
3 of them coming in this inning. Only starter without a hit, Blake Perkins, but he's walked twice and stole a base. Perkins due up next. Hoskins popped his 14th home run of the year earlier. Little jam shot pop up, and Tellez makes a catch. 2nd out, and here comes Perkins. Perkins, the only starter without a base hit. Let's see if he can put his name on that list as well. Switch hitter. Takes a strike. Brewers started the day 4 games up on the Cardinals. And can finish the day 5.5 up on the Cardinals. St. Louis has been playing great baseball, coming on fast. Reds lost tonight too at home against Colorado. Perkins right off the end of the bat. Hayes makes the play to end the inning, but the Brewers get 3 more with 1 swing of Willie Adames' bat. 9-0 Brew Crew. We go to the 9th. Brewers pounding out 14 hits, 9 runs on the board. Adames with a 3-run homer, 3 hits tonight, 4 runs batted in. And here we go to the 9th. Who's on the mound for the Brewers, Rock?
Rob Zastrinski. Zastrizny.
Gruber Law Offices, 1 call, that's all. Call to the pin. Not for lack of effort, as Monasterio makes a play on the first pitch. Rob Zastrizny.
Zastrizny. Yes. Got to say that slow.
Alphabet
He caught me by surprise, by the way. I thought maybe you would help me out and say his name. Last pitch on Saturday against the Dodgers. 2/3 scoreless. Made his Brewers debut back on July 1st.
You know what? You can just call him the Striz.
How about Rob?
That works too. Connor Joe's going to get an at-bat here. And Rowdy Tellez in a first base platoon lately. Zastrizny will try to finish off the Pirates. Brewers will even up this series at 1 apiece with a chance to win the series tomorrow, and they got to match up against one of the bright young stars in the game, Paul Skeens. Broken bat, 1 easy hop for Terang. The bat made it all the way to the outfield grass. 2 outs now. Brewers an out away from their 54th win of the year. They go back to 15 games over 500. And with the doubleheader sweep by the Royals over the Cardinals, they go up 5.5. Looking for shutout number 6 as well. And Tobias Myers continues to be a great story. 8 shutout tonight. Fly ball, shallow right. No problem for Frelick, and the ball game is over. And the Brewers dominate the Pirates tonight. Tobias Myers, 6-3 now with a 3.13 earned run average. A lethal offensive attack. And rock the Brewers with a little payback tonight after what they endured last night, a 9-0 shutout win.
Undaunted this team, right? I mean, that's what Pat Murphy likes to talk about. 12-2 yesterday, able to shut out the Pirates here tonight. And Tobias Myers was simply outstanding once again out on the mound for the Brewers.
Fully loaded bullpen tomorrow if needed. Day game to finish the series with Skeens on the mound. Brewers Live coming your way next. Stephen Watson, Tim Dillard will get you all set up for that. Sophia's down there with interviews. All smiles from the Brewers skipper. Brewers are shaking hands tonight as they beat the Pirates 9-0. See you tomorrow, everyone.
The Brewers bounce back in a big way. Coming up on Brewers Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. How about this rookie, Tobias Myers, 8 strong for the crew. Whole lot of 2-out offense. We'll hear from Pat Murphy, and we will hear from Tobias Myers. It's all coming up next on Valley Sports Wisconsin.